It's the NFL on EA Sports as we are in the inner harbor of Baltimore at M&T Bank Stadium. Here's a scene a short time ago. The Ravens introduced to this sellout crowd, and through a sea of pyrotechnics, out they came from the tunnel. We're set to go as the Ravens get ready to match up with Dak Prescott and the Dallas Cowboys. Here's Tucker now out to kick this one away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line.
There you go. Forty's Mike right there. Forty's Mike. Go!
Now a play fake here on first down. Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Picked off at the 40. And he'll get this back to the 32-yard line. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many ones in this play. First quarter, first drive, first interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts. From the 32 now, here's first and 10.
Take four, take four.
After the interception, here's Jackson. Eluding the pressure right. And he is going to be run down. What a disaster there. A huge loss.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
After the sack, oh, they're staring at a challenge basically from the other side of town. It's second and a country mile. Jackson steps away to his left. He finds an opening past the 40. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. But this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same. He got him a big chunk of that yardage back, but even with that effort, it'll still be third and long.
Come on, set. Time to end it. Got you. I got you, son. I got you, son.
They'll fake the give to Ingram. Now Jackson. He's going deep. Got a man. It's caught inside the 10. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Hollywood Marquise Brown. 41 yards. And the Ravens have taken the early lead. Justin Tucker for the extra point. And the Ravens lead at 7-0. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This will be taken to the back of the end zone.
Let's go. Let's do it.
At their own 25-yard line.
And now Dallas gets set to take the field. Not the start that they were hoping for. The interception on the first play of the game. It leads to 6 points the other way. How do you rebound from here?
Yeah, a little bit of humor. Got to laugh that one off and not the ha-ha. That was very funny, but kind of like, can you believe that just happened? Let's go out and play now. Let's just start over.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. The veteran Jimmy Smith there on the coverage. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Prescott to throw it. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he'll get this from the 25 to the 30 for a pickup of 5. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. Throwing. Prescott into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. It's the former Seahawk, Earl Thomas. And they'll take over inside the 45 at the 44-yard line. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. It's a quick turnaround for them after the turnover, but the way they moved it on their last drive, they're probably eager to get right back at it.
And you know me and you know my tendencies in this situation. What do I want right now?
Be aggressive.
Be aggressive. Take your shot right here.
Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete. Hollywood Brown, the intended receiver, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
Here we go. 54. Watch the twist.
They'll run for the first time with Mark Ingram. And he's going to get stopped up quickly. Give him a yard down to the 43.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
Yeah, let's get that ball here. Come on. 54 is Mike. Check. Watch 54. 65.
On 3rd down, Jackson. Flush to his right. He may try and run for this. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. Lamar Jackson, such a threat with those legs, able to improvise and get the first.
That's something you have to be aware of as a defense and have to find a way to account for him. And if you're not going to use a spy, you're telling your guys to keep your eyes on him, because when he breaks out and makes plays like that, all he does is hurt you.
Have to at least be able to contain him somewhat. There they could not. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
54, right there. 54, Mike. It's our time, guys. It's our time.
On 2nd and 12, Jackson over the middle here to Brown. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Marquise Brown with his 2nd touchdown in this opening quarter. And the Ravens will extend their lead. Still first quarter, 2 receiving touchdowns for him. How are they going to slow him down?
I think they're thinking about altering their game plan. Whatever they came in with, now maybe you switch a better cover guy to him. Or you make sure you have more people in his general area wherever he lines up to at least try and discourage them from throwing the ball to him.
Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and it's now 14-0. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
The Cowboys take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Here's the Dallas offense now, heading back out onto the field. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Marching in for the sack, Matthew Judon.
Well, someone's been up to the task so far in this game. They are already up a couple of scores, Brandon, and guess what? I think they're just going to pin their ears back now and get upfield and get after the quarterback.
Been such an impressive first half to get that lead. And here's another interception, the 3rd of this first quarter. Picked off around the 27, and his guys will take over at the 30-yard line. So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Let's go.
Jackson now. Over the middle, complete. That's Andrews. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. That's good for a Raven first down, 15 yards there.
First and 10 at the 15-yard line.
Here we go. Here we go. Check, check. Walk 54. Walk 54. I'm going to run you over. I'm going to run you.
This is Ingram on first and 10. And they go the wrong way here. Knocked back to the 20. So a loss of 5, and it'll be second down.
The short field shrinks even more with the type of bodies they brought in on that play. Those extra tight ends, they weren't able to secure their blocks, and that one ended up going backwards.
Check Mike 54. Mike 54. All day. All day.
On second down, it's Ingram. And a good gain here of 9 from the 19 down to the 10.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Second quarter now from Baltimore. It's the Ravens in possession. They're looking at a 3rd and 6 here to start things out. From the gun, Jackson. This will be caught at about the 6. And he's just going to be short here, barely. Maybe by a half a foot. It'll be 4th and inches.
It's 4th down and less than a yard.
They'll run for it. It's Ingram. And this doesn't end well at all as they stop him far behind the line to gain. They'll get neither the touchdown nor the first down. And the Cowboys defense is going to get them the football back. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still second quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay. 8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. From the shotgun again to Elliott. And this time not as successful as he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. Pernell McPhee in there on the stop.
Some of these play calls, I think they're a little conservative, but you know me, because it's easy to sit up in this booth, right, and make all the calls and think I'm going to be correct. But I would like to see them open things up, because otherwise this defense just going to gang up on the run and shut them down.
And mark him down way up close to the 40 at the 39. First time these two have hooked up this afternoon, and it's a first down. And he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him. Pernell McPhee, always a threat to find the QB, and he gets to him there.
And plays like that really hurt play calling. They had a really nice gain on the previous play, but gave about half the yardage back on the sack. Excellent pressure up front. Nowhere to go with the football. Down he goes.
And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. They'll try the right side with Elliott. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a third down. Caught the defense off guard there a bit on second and long, but now you still have to deal with third and long.
Yeah, you do, but you feel pretty good about the last play, don't you? And maybe it gives you a little bit of confidence dialing up the next one that maybe your team will believe in it when you send it in.
On third down, it's Prescott. Austin's got it left side. And he's got the first down yardage before being taken down at midfield. They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. 2 minutes to play, first half. It's 14-0. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes' time, we'll hand you off to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman will have highlights and analysis of this first half of action. Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. A good-looking drive for the Cowboys so far. It's a first down.
They ran that one well, and not only did they pick up a nice chunk of yardage on the screen, they sent a message to the defense. Rush the passer all you want, but you better be careful. We can hit you going back the other direction.
Now a nice throw here right side. He hauls it in. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays. A first opportunity in the red zone for the Cowboys. 1st and 10 at the 19. Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete. The veteran Jimmy Smith there on the coverage.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
On second down, Prescott again. And on the left side, he's got Witten. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up third down.
And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal. Because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. This is 1st and goal and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime. And again, it's Prescott. That ball is caught. It's Gallup. Touchdown, Cowboys. A 5-yard touchdown. And the Cowboys draw a bit closer. The way this one was going, you just got the sense they needed something before half. They've at least got something on the board now. Still trailing, but a good sign.
That takes me back to our preseason tour of NFL camps. You remember we talked with that one coach who said his emphasis this year was scoring in the last 2 minutes of a half, heading into the locker room. This hits it right there. Take that momentum, take that good feeling, and take it to the locker room, regroup, and start over. They got it here.
They did indeed. And a lot of football, full half to be played. Extra point by Marr, up and good. And that'll make our score 14-7. Following the touchdown, here's Marr to kick it away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee, and they'll bring the football out to the 25. Now the Baltimore offense heading back out onto the field. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on first down, and it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops, and if it does, that can alter my strategy and potentially get me some points. And if it doesn't work, well, then you just run the clock out and go to the locker room.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5.
Watch the pass. Echo. 55's mine, guys. 55. Come on.
Here's Jackson. Buying time to his left. And a big loss here as he's taken down. The Cowboys going to use their 2nd timeout now as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. Now after that sack, it's 3rd and long for Jackson and the Ravens. Here's Jackson on 3rd and long. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Andrews. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime.
First and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Throwing is Jackson. It's complete to Brown, right side. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call.
10 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and inches at the 46-yard line.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends.
Come on, D.
Final play of the half here. It's Jackson. He's going deep for Brown. And this is caught. We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game. The Ravens ready to receive it, and they've got the lead as well as we resume play in the second half. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Now it's Jackson. And the Cowboys pressure gets there this time for the sack. Tyrone Crawford able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
And that's his 2nd sack of the game, but this player, disruptive in all phases, whether he's going upfield, coming underneath, you name it. He's a big-time guy you have to block.
Check 50.
On 2nd down, Ingram. And not a whole lot to speak of there as they'll bring him down shy of the 20. Tyrone Crawford in on the tackle.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
54.
To throw is Jackson. Throwing on 3rd and long. Wide open receiver complete. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. 23 yards on the play.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. That's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
Another strong gain on the last two plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards.
First and 10 at the 48-yard line.
So from Cowboy territory now, here's first and 10 at the 48-yard line. On first down, they go with Dixon. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. It's another 10 yards on that one and another first down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. They still need about the length of the football here, maybe a little less as they come up on second and inches.
Let's go, baby! Right there, 54, right there, 54, Mike. It's been a long day for you. Mike 5-4, Mike 5-4.
Here's Jackson to throw. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Hollywood Marquise Brown. 38 yards, and the Ravens will add on to their lead. Tucker now for the extra point. It's good, and it is now 21-7. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And from back there, a wise move. He'll just sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25. So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a first and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Now Prescott. Going right side, he has Witten. And he lost the football. And it's picked up by the Ravens. And this is going to be brought back for a Baltimore touchdown. The offense, they've had some sloppy moments. Sloppy there again on that one, and it could be the backbreaker.
From a defensive perspective, if the offense is going to be sloppy, you've got to take advantage of that. And that's what they've done all game long.
Now Tucker to add the PAT. He knocks it through. It's 28-7. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. They play fake to Elliott. Now Prescott going up top. And that'll wind up incomplete. Trying to give his man room to run under it, but it's second down. Intended that time for Cooper, and that'll bring up second down. Off play action to Elliott. Here's Prescott. Going to take a shot for Gallup. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. 33 yards that time.
First down.
Hey, pick your game up. Strong left, strong left.
Out of the gun. Here's Prescott. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete. Brandon Carr on the coverage there.
The frustration is definitely setting in because they've thrown it to him over and over, unable to come up with a catch thus far.
I think he knew he would have his challenges against his secondary. I don't think he saw a goose egg at this point in the game. And his throw here's incomplete. Defensively, that's Earl Thomas, the all-pro safety, knocking it free.
When I watched that play, I thought about what my coaches had told me in the past. The biggest teaching point, get your head around. Locate the football so you can make a play on it while it's in the air. That's exactly what he did there. That was nice.
They'll throw again. Prescott being chased out left. He can run for it, and he will. And he'll avoid the tackle there with a slide. Turns out to be a great idea to tuck that one. Good for 24 yards.
We just saw a nice example of why teams often bring in baseball guys to teach quarterbacks how to slide in key situations. You want to protect your franchise guy. Make sure he doesn't get hurt. He did exactly that on that play. A perfect slide.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. Matt Judon picks up his second sack of the afternoon. And it's never good to take a sack. You really don't want to take one down here in this part of the field down near the red zone.
Not at all, because you're already pretty much assured of a field goal. But you take a big sack, it could push you out of range, and that's why defenses get a little more aggressive in this situation. They're almost conceding the 3 points. They want to push you back and try and take you out of that.
Now this one over the middle into the hands of his tight end, complete. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. Prescott from the gun on third. And that one incomplete. They try to sneak in a deep ball with the clock running down, but to no avail as time will expire on this third quarter of play. A critical one here if they're going to have any shot at this thing. So they'll go for it on fourth down. Now Prescott on fourth down. And this is going to be intercepted. It's the former Seahawk, Earl Thomas. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
I got you.
The drive begins with a run by Dixon. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27. Now, I think we can get used to seeing more of that in this fourth quarter, especially if they're having success on the ground like they did there.
Yeah, I think back when we met with the head coach in preseason, and all he talked about was building a bully. And I think it was this situation he was envisioning. Trying to ice a game, plenty of time left, but being able to give the ball to his big runner and pound away and try and finish off a game.
Operating from the 27 now. Here's 2nd and 3. Finds Roberts left side. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. And looking to put this game on ice in the fourth quarter, but still not afraid to throw it as they show there.
You want to play the game with confidence, and they have a guy who's in control right now. Their trigger guy, throwing it, they feel just as confident with him doing that as they would if they tried to run the ball and run the clock out.
They'll fake the give to Ingram. Now Jackson. They'll roll him out right. Jackson hit, and he lost the football. And he's got room.
You and I have been around teams, and they all have goals for games, don't they? And every team we've ever talked to says what?
No turnover.
Don't turn the ball over. 0. And they were that close to getting it done. Won't cost them today, but they'll hate that when they're watching the game tape.
Prescott now after the fumble recovery. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete. The veteran Jimmy Smith there on the coverage. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure. The backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
There's a ball thrown right side and complete. And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. 23 yards the pickup there. That's just his second catch of the game. They wanted to keep him silent, and they have kept him. And it'll be intercepted. Snags it for the pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The interception woes, they just continue to mount. He's thrown 5 picks. At this point, you got to be thinking, is it something between the ears?
I think a confidence hit does occur once you start getting those numbers up there a little bit. But as you and I both know, it's not always just one guy's fault. Maybe somebody ran the wrong pattern.
There goes Mark Ingram, 30. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Mark Ingram, an 80-yard touchdown. And the Ravens will extend their lead. One play, 80 yards. Pretty easy drive to recap.
It certainly is, but not so easy to execute. Starting on your own 20, you want something to kickstart your drive and get it off to a nice start. They went for the whole thing and got it. That's a great way to send a message to the opposing team.
And he pushed it right. It's no good. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down. Down to a knee, and he'll take over at the 25. So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. They'll start the drive with Elliott. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last 2 drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
This is Elliott.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
And it's 3rd down.
The Cowboys on 3rd down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. Here it's 3rd and 3. So the Cowboys in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And the Raven pressure too much. Down he goes. Willie Henry muscled his way in for the sack.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. Out now comes the Cowboys punter. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. With it is Brown. A big kick that time, 52 yards. And the Ravens, they'll take over.
At their own 24-yard line.
On the ready. 54 is Mike. Check, check. Watch 54. Watch 54.
Let's set a tone, fellas. Let's set a tone.
Throw left side complete. It's Roberts. They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a first down.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up first and 10.
Mike 54.
Oh, Jackson's going to throw it. Escaping the pressure right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down. Fourth quarter, you've got the big lead. If you're coaching, Charles, you still taking shots like that downfield?
I'd be a little more concerned with running some clock and making sure you're taking care of the lead, because you keep flinging it around, you throw a couple of picks, you can put yourself in jeopardy.
The throw here to Andrews, the tight end. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. It's a first down on a gain of 10. This quarterback now 13 of 15 passing. That's good for 87%. It's first and 10.
Here we go, here we go. Hey, one set.
Again, Jackson. And Jackson cannot get away, and he'll go down. DeMarcus Lawrence able to get in there for his second sack of the afternoon. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on second down. He's going deep for Brown. And that'll be incomplete with just 6 seconds left on the clock. Marquise Brown was the intended target, and now it's third down. The Ravens on third down. They've been near perfect, 4 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 17. And some room to maneuver. A good pickup there, 22. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Mike 5-4, Mike 5-4, Mike 5-4.
Now Jackson. There goes a deep ball, end zone. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Anthony Brown. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. So the final seconds tick away in this Baltimore victory. And it was their defense.